What's going on, guys? Welcome to your second stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and stimulus news update for Thursday, October 15th. Today, we have some very interesting news regarding a new stimulus plan, and I want to explain what is going on. And guess what? This new plan also includes a new targeted stimulus check, and I'll explain more about that in just a minute. Now, you have probably heard that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Republicans want to pass a skinny bill this coming Monday. But we now have more updated news on this bill. Many of us, myself included, thought that Mitch McConnell was only going to put together another stimulus proposal or package because he wanted to support his incumbents in the Senate. Well, that is not entirely true. The truth is that this bill and these actions are coming as a direct order from President Trump. That's right. President Trump himself is wanting this done, and so Mitch McConnell is going to oblige. Now, before we break down exactly what is going on, what is going to be in this stimulus package and proposal, let's first watch an interview from Steven Mnuchin. This is the Treasury Secretary, and he can tell you exactly what will be included. So, all right, let's go and watch this together. Here we go.
The president and my first priority would be there's about $300 billion that was approved in the last CARES package that we haven't spent. We need authority to spend that money. So our choice would be to immediately use that money for small business, for more PPP money, second payments, use it for airline workers, use it for kids, and to support jobs.
Now, what you didn't see in this interview, right after this, Steve Mnuchin says how these would have enormous bipartisan support if these could be passed in a standalone basis. He also goes on to say how Nancy Pelosi and Senator Chuck Schumer insisted on having an all or nothing approach and are not going to pass a standalone bill. They also are saying that Republicans have stated that they are not supporting the all or nothing approach, and they will continue to work for the American people. Now, many people have asked me over the past, lately, they've asked me lately, why would Nancy Pelosi not just pass a standalone bill that addresses the needs of the American people and also addresses the issues that have already been agreed upon? Why would she not pass this? Well, I personally have my own theories. I'm pretty sure you do as well. But based on a few polls done recently, the overwhelming majority of people are saying the exact same thing that Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said yesterday. Now, let's go ahead and watch that video as well so you can see for yourself exactly what they're saying.
Lou, I don't think there's a good answer for that. I suspect that they don't want to give the president a win 3 weeks before the election, but they are holding up relief to hardworking Americans.
Now, after Steve Mnuchin addressed this question, he goes right into saying that they don't need any money or any new appropriations to fund these issues. They already have the money. He went on and said that the Treasury has more than $200 billion in unused funds that he is willing to repurpose and reallocate to put to use. And this could be done immediately, but it requires congressional approval to distribute these funds. He also goes on and addresses the PPP program and how they still have $130 billion in funding sitting with no place to go. And then he lastly addresses the fact that they have they have money. He didn't give an exact amount, but they have money that was set aside for the airlines, and it needs approval as well. So based on my calculations, based on a bunch of different reports, this means the government currently has anywhere from 350 to around $375 billion in unused funds that don't serve a purpose. There's no place to send this money, and we can't get it until we have an agreement. So that is what Mitch McConnell is supposedly going to do this coming Monday. He's going to put together a skinny bill that addresses just the issues that have already been agreed upon between Steve Mnuchin, Nancy Pelosi, and President Trump. And hopefully something will come out of this. Maybe more Democrats will push Nancy Pelosi to just accept this and let's move forward with at least some type of relief to the American people. Now, let's address the new report based on what Mitch McConnell has stated just the other day. Mitch McConnell said the new bill will include another round of checks for those who have been hit the hardest. Now, many people are anticipating this new skinny bill will include a stimulus check for anywhere between $1,000 and $500. Okay, $1,000 to $500 for filers and their spouses, and $500 or less for children, for dependents. So, if a person has a child that's 17 or younger, they would receive that child stimulus check, which could be anywhere from $500 or less. They are saying, there's reports out there that are saying it will be less. It will not be the $1,200 stimulus check. It will not be $1,000 for all dependents. And this will not include all dependents. This will be a very targeted stimulus check. This will be very targeted payments to the American people that have been hit the hardest. Now, this would also include only filers who have earned less than roughly $50,000. Okay, this is what the report is saying. I'm not saying this is exactly what's going to happen, but Mitch McConnell has stated before, if somebody earns less than $75,000, then they would receive a stimulus check. Well, this report is saying that these restrictions, these guidelines are going to get even tougher because the hardest hit Americans do not earn $60,000. The hardest hit Americans earn less than $50,000, even $40,000. So this report is saying that $50,000 per year if you're an individual, or $100,000 per year if you're filing jointly. Those are the people that would qualify for this new stimulus check. Now, we all know chances are this is never going to pass. Okay? I'm not going to say it will never pass, but chances are it's never going to pass the House. But all reports are saying that this is not the point. The point of this basically is just for show, and there's a small amount where the point of this is to get negotiators back to the table, to get Democrats to push Nancy Pelosi to accept some sort of deal because it will help their constituents. Well, mainly the entire point of this stimulus proposal or the stimulus idea is not even to get Democrats back to the table per se and work out a deal. Yes, that's a small portion, but that's not the whole goal. The main goal is to make sure Republicans remain in control of the Senate because many Senate Republicans are worried and already anticipating President Trump is going to lose. This is just what these reports are saying. I'm not saying it's a for sure thing. I have no clue who's going to win. Okay? But if Republicans can remain in control of the Senate, then they would ensure no stimulus bill gets passed under Joe Biden. Now, let's talk about the best possible outcomes moving forward, because I know a lot of people are wondering, why would Senate Republicans try to make it harder on Joe Biden once he becomes president? Well, it's because they don't want him to be president, and they're going to make his job and his life very hard. Just like the House has done, or House Democrats have done for President Trump. So it's just another, kindergarten game that they're playing right now, and they go on recess, so they must be in elementary school. But anyway, let's talk about the best possible outcomes. First off, obviously, the best possible outcome out of anything is we receive a stimulus package. It gets approved, gets passed, gets signed by President Trump all before the election. That's the best possible outcome. However, many people are anticipating, even Steve Mnuchin himself is saying that this is very unlikely. The next possible outcome, and this is not in any order, is that President Trump will get reelected and Republicans will remain in control over the Senate. Or Joe Biden wins the presidency and Democrats regain control over the Senate. By having one of these two outcomes, it makes it much easier to pass any form of stimulus moving forward. Now, my guess, this is just my guess, no matter who wins the upcoming presidential election, no matter who wins, my guess is President Trump will ultimately pass some form of stimulus, a new stimulus package, maybe Heroes 2.0. However, it will most likely be something smaller. And I'm saying this because leading up into December, leading up into January, the new president, or if President Trump gets reelected, things would not really change until maybe the middle of January for the House and the Senate. But if Joe Biden were to win, he wouldn't even come into office until the end of January. And I believe it's like January 20th. So if President Trump were to lose, I still believe he would pass some form of stimulus. It might not be the biggest package, the most complete. However, I feel that Nancy Pelosi would think, okay, we're going to pass something now, and then we'll just readdress it when Joe Biden comes into office. How simple is that, right? Well, that's probably what's going to happen. So everyone's saying that, no, there won't be any stimulus passed until, February. That's not entirely true. There can still be stimulus passed in November, and my guess is that is when it will happen. So just want to be clear, I am not trying to tell you to vote for President Trump. I'm not trying to tell you to go and vote for Joe Biden. Vote for who you want to vote for. I'm just here. I just want to try to be the guy in the middle. Unbiased. I know sometimes I'm too hard on Republicans. I know sometimes I'm too hard on Democrats and Nancy Pelosi, but that's just me. I'm trying to be the guy in the middle. So again, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Again, do me a favor, if you enjoy these daily stimulus updates, can you do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe with that button down below if you want to stay updated, and I'll see you guys on the next one.